Out of all the options out there, why did we choose a truck camper?
Why
Why did
did
you?
we? I don't know. Let's see. So there's a lot of options that people use and you can use to travel and live in. You can go all the way from a normal car, people do that, all the way to a big giant fifth wheel. When we decide to live on the road, we want to have a shower, we want to have a bathroom, we want to have a normal bed, not something that we have to fold and put together every night. We didn't want anything to have like slides coming in, going in, popping everything up, or anything like that. We wanted to have a nice structure that it'll be like safe to go anywhere and we wouldn't feel like we were sleeping in a tent or something like that.
Yeah, so we wanted all of the amenities that we currently had at home. That wasn't even an option for us to travel in a car or a truck bed, like
Truck cap.
truck cap.
And that the pop-up campers, we didn't want to have to pop it up and down every time, and we wanted to have a nice solid structure around us. I took that off the list. Pretty much after that, you have your pull behind trailers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, and vans. Then we didn't want anything big, and we didn't want anything pull behind. We actually have like a enclosed trailer, like a cargo trailer that we bought to put our stuff in, and we drove around with that. And I pulled all their trailers before for work, and it just sucks pulling a trailer. Before you drive into any lot, you have to first think about how you're going to drive out.
Exactly.
And
and that would have been the same with going into any city that you want, any attraction that you want to go into. You'd always have to think, am I going to be able to like get out? Am I going to be able to turn around? Am I going to be able to back out?
It
Didn't
sounded real
sound
bad,
fun
yeah.
at all. We wanted something that was easy, the same kind of length as a truck, I guess.
Yeah.
There's also restrictions against those things. Like, for example, when we went to Acadia National Park to drive up Cadillac Mountain Summit,
They didn't allow any pull behinds.
no pull behind camper, no fifth wheels. So we were still able to go up there because we were just the size of a truck.
So you had like a giant long motorhome, I don't think you're allowed to because there's like a certain length.
Sometimes you can't do certain things. We drove through New York City in our truck camper. We would not even think to do that if we had a pull behind or a long trailer or a fifth wheel. That would have been just no. That was not an option.
Yeah.
Any city, like, you can't go.
You just have to avoid it.
You just
completely.
I mean, they do. You don't see
Yeah.
like pull behinds driving in a city because it's a nightmare. And same thing with Charleston. We parked in a normal parking spot on the water.
Mm-hmm.
We have more options even when it comes to cities. You can get away with going into cities. It's easier to drive. Yeah.
If you're just planning to go like from campground to campground,
Mm-hmm.
then you can get a pull behind and fifth wheel. That's totally fine. You just pull in the campground,
and hook and go.
Yeah, drive your truck around, stay there for 2 weeks and leave. But you also have to keep in mind that you can afford paying for a campground every single night. Because we actually did look at a few pull behind trailers, like the smaller sizes. We were looking at something like, I think like 16 or 19 feet long, like the smallest ones. And there were some really good deals. We actually we looked at a used one time. We went to a dealership and looked at one before it was on sale. I think it was like 13,000, like brand new.
Yeah.
Which was like a really amazing deal. We didn't want anything to pull behind us, so that eliminates all the fifth wheel travel trailers, like everything. So pretty much you're allowed with vans, motorhomes, truck campers. The biggest problem with motorhomes is they're not 4-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
And people do make them 4-wheel drive, but that's another many thousands of dollars to convert to 4-wheel drive. Right now we're like traveling the East Coast, so it's not really necessary much. But when you go out west, we want to have 4-wheel drive so we can go down roads that normal RVs won't go and explore those places. 4-wheel drive and no pull behind. Those were like the really two big important things. And the problem with motorhomes too, they take a lot more fuel. If you buy an old one, you have to like do the maintenance on the engine too and the vehicle itself. Plus with like motorhomes, you also have to get a license plate for it. You have to pay registration stickers. And with a truck camper, you don't have to get a license plate or registration. You don't even need to get insurance for truck camper. We got some for ours. It's optional if you want to, we did, but it's not mandatory. With a truck camper, we can take the camper off if you don't want to travel for a while and still use the truck for anything else. With the motorhome, it's just you just have the motorhome. You know, you're not gonna use it for anything else. Other than that, it's just gonna be sitting in your yard. You're gonna be paying insurance on it and registration stickers, and it just doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
So the vehicle and the living space is separate. That's what you liked
Yeah,
in a truck camper.
yeah,
So if there's vehicle issues, you can, take it
Yeah.
to a mechanic and have them work on the vehicle without even getting into your living
Yeah.
space.
and that's another. Yeah, that's one of the other nice things about truck camper, and so that eliminates the motorhome. You don't want to deal with like the engine work. If you buy an older one, if you buy a new one, it's fine. But new ones are expensive too. The only price range we could afford was to buy like an old, not old, but like older used one, and then we would have to fix not just the interior of the motorhome, but also like the engine and transmission, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't make sense. And the biggest thing was it's not 4-wheel drive, and we didn't want to pay a bunch of $1,000s to convert to 4-wheel drive. So after that, you're just left with vans and truck campers, pretty much. We didn't want to do a van or build out a van because, first of all, I don't like how vans look. I'm sorry if that offends a lot of people, probably.
Mhm.
But I just don't like how vans look. I like trucks. I'm a truck guy. I had my truck before we started traveling for many years. I use it for work and for daily use. I just like trucks. If I was gonna get a van, I would get one of the square like Ford Econoline ones. One of those cargo work vans. I don't like those new transit kind of vans. I don't like how they look. I'm sorry. It probably offends a lot of people because a lot of people use them.
Everybody has their own preference.
Yeah, if you like them, that's fine. I just don't like how they look. But that's not the main issue. The main issue is also their rear wheel drive. The company I worked for before, we drove those vans to work, and when it snowed even a little bit, it's rear back wheel drive, and it was just terrible. It would just get stuck everywhere,
Mm.
even in the middle of the road and like everywhere. Just gets. It's not even front wheel drive, which is a little bit better. It's back wheel drive. They do have them 4x4, but they're like really crazy expensive if they're 4x4. And converting one to 4x4 is a lot of money. So that eliminates the van because they're not 4x4, and I don't like how they look.
I just didn't want to do van life
Yeah.
because I like the amenities here and the space in here. You can stand up and walk and you still have a foot or two over your head, and I just was not even interested. We didn't look into that at all.
Yeah, we didn't.
It wasn't an option for me.
Yeah, we didn't consider vans because most vans, if you build it out, there's just not enough room to make a full shower. They usually just have a composting toilet. Then they don't
Yeah.
really have a shower. They have an outdoor shower most of the time.
Which composting toilets, like everybody's like, oh, composting toilet, but they're pretty disgusting. Like, you have to go and then you have to take your crap out
Yeah.
and do something like.
Yeah,
that's
dumping
ugh.
a tank, like, it's nasty too, but at least all the stuff's done outside. You don't
Yeah,
have
and
to
you
like
go and you
drag.
do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. You don't have
Yeah.
to like do it every 2 days or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
plus
just,
you don't have to drag with compost soil. You have to like take out the poo and like carry it all the way across your camper or
Yeah.
RV or van and dump it and bring it back.
Yeah.
That's just with like dumping tanks, like everything's outside. So if something like spills or smells, like it's fine, it's outside. It's not inside your camper. With a lot of vans, like they don't have a stationary bed. Some of them do, but also a lot of them have some folding thing, and we didn't want to like fold and fold everything. Like everyone's always saying like, oh, it just takes a few seconds, not a big deal, but like
that would get annoying.
if you have to do something like that every day, it just gets annoying. Like if it's just one few times a week, if you go for a camping trip on holidays, that's fine. But if you're every day you're folding and folding stuff, like it just gets annoying. So that limits vans because there's not much room to make a full bathroom, a full bed, and it's not 4-wheel drive. That was only left with a truck camper. So that's why we got a truck camper.
It's
But-
because it's the only option left.
But yeah, with truck
And
campers,
It
like
fit all what we wanted pretty
yeah,
much.
it fit what we wanted, and like the main thing also, we already had my truck. It's a new truck, diesel, so we didn't have to buy a truck. It has low mileage. It's in really great condition. We knew that it would be like pretty reliable. It's good in fuel because it's diesel. It's 4-wheel drive. You have big wheels. It's lifted. We can't go like complete like rock crawling or anything, but we can pretty much go like anywhere we want to. Okay, so now we'll recap why we chose a truck camper. Biggest reason is we don't have to pull anything behind. It's really easy. I back up into a normal parking spot. I just drive to like any store, park, and go buy groceries and leave. I come to a park like anywhere. You just park normally and drive out normally, leave. Backing up is easy. Like we're in Florida right now, and a lot of the roads, most of the roads, you have to do a U-turn. You can't just drive on and go. And I just do a U-turn like in the middle of the road,
Yes.
like a normal car does.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine doing that with a trailer. Another reason is the four-wheel drive, and it being on our truck. We have a diesel truck. It has a lot of power, and like I said, it had big wheels, tires lifted. We have four-wheel drive. We have rear locking differential. So pretty much we can go anywhere. We can do a lot of the off-roading stuff. We still have all the amenities with us. So we're not just like doing off-roading in Jeep and then you don't have anything,
Yeah.
you know?
So for Nick, it was all the off-roading stuff. He loves that. For me, it was all the amenities. Like I wanted a shower, a bathroom, preferably separate, not a wet bath. So that's why we got this kind of bigger truck camper model. The smaller ones were wet bath. But I wanted them, separate, even though it's tiny. So I wanted the amenities, the dry bath, the shower, a kitchen, an oven, a stove, and a queen size bed that you didn't have to unfold or mess with. It's just there for you to like get in bed every night. It's not like confined. You're not claustrophobic in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm short, but I still have a foot and a half or 2 feet above my head when I stand up. And all the windows in here, it's just, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, the truck camper is kind of like all the pretty much RVs, motorhomes, off-road, everything that you can travel in. It's kind of like put together into a truck camper.
Mm-hmm.
You have like, it's not a full off-roader, but you have a lot of off-roading capabilities, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like huge like a fifth wheel or a travel trailer motorhome, but you still have all the amenities. And you can still go, like, sometimes, like, when we go to a campground, we still hook up, turn on the AC, like, just have everything. And it's small size. It's just, like, everything put together. So it's not, like, 100% off-roader or 100% comfortable. But it's, like, it can pretty much just do everything. It's like a handyman. He's not, like, a professional at anything, but he can do everything kind of thing.
Okay.
That's,
Nick loves his metaphors.
yeah, that's the same thing with a camper, like... It's not like 100% in any category, but it kind of does everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked, like, because we want to do, like, city travel. We also want to go, like, out west and do, like, off-roading travel. And then just, like, anywhere. And we can, like, go in the camper. Like, we can go anywhere and do anything we want. If it's off-roading, we can go off-roading. If it's driving through a desert or the woods, we can do that.
Driving in the snow.
Driving in the snow, we can do that. Driving up mountains.
Driving on the beach.
Driving on the beach, we already did that also. Driving through a city like New York, we can do that. So you can just do everything.
Yeah.
It's like a multi-purpose vehicle.
With all the amenities.
With all the amenities, yeah. So it's like the best of everything put together into this one camper.
In our opinion.
Yeah. If it's like 2 adults and like you have 5 kids or 7.
Yeah.
Then it's not
Obviously,
not gonna be good for you.
Yeah.
I would say like probably 2 adults, maybe 2 kids max. You can probably do in a camper. Maybe 3 if you're really patient.
I mean, I think I've seen somebody on Instagram who, I don't know, 2 or 3.
I think
2 kids for sure. I'm not sure if there was 3.
I think someone on YouTube had like 5, didn't they, in that camper or
wow.
something? I remember something like that. It's possible, but I probably wouldn't really recommend it. I think 2 adults and 2 kids would be pretty much the max. If you want to do just campground and RV resorts and all that, then yeah, pool behind, trailer's totally fine. You just go park and that's it. But if you want to do like go off-road, boondock, go places that people don't go to, then definitely a truck camper is pretty much the best you can get.
I mean, we like it so far.
Yeah, we
we
like
love
it.
it actually.
Yeah. It is. They are pretty expensive, the truck campers, and they are hard to find. It took us kind of a long time to find, and we actually had to drive to a different state to buy ours.
Yeah, we drove like 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours.
And ours was in pretty bad condition. That's why it was cheaper. They're hard to find, they're more expensive, and you need a truck also. So it's not like a cheap option.
For us, it was cheaper than all the other stuff because we already had the truck that we used already. It wasn't like we bought the truck specifically to do this. We already had it, so it's just the truck camper. We had to put in the work, fix it up, and renovate it, so.
But yeah, if you're just starting out and you have like a really, really small budget, then you probably won't be able to buy a decent truck and a decent camper.
Yeah.
You'll probably just have to buy some like older van and turn it into a camper or something. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, so it was a kind of a look into our thought process behind why we chose a truck camper. So if you have any other questions, leave them down below in the comments and we'll try to answer them.
Yeah, and don't get offended.
Yeah, this was
It's-
not to offend anybody.
Yeah.
It's just our thought process, our opinion. Everybody has their own different situation. We're not bashing
Yeah,
anybody.
it definitely depends on how much people you have, how big your family is, what kind of travel you want to do, and what your
Yeah.
finances are.
Yeah.
But
Like if you're retired and you just want to live in luxury, you just do camping in the campgrounds.
yeah, yeah, definitely. If you like,
It just
if
depends.
you're retired and you're going to like somewhere for half a year, then yeah, get the biggest fifth wheel you can get, park it.
Right.
It'll take you like 2 days or whatever to get it parked and stuff. But then after that, you're just like chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, we kind of want to do everything. The truck and camper, it can pretty much do anything. That's why we chose it. So yeah, if you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like if this was interesting or helpful in any way, and subscribe to our channel for more.